Once a year, about 12,000 people gather for a football game. Not just any game, it's two small schools with one big rivalry. Williams versus Amherst.
When you get here, everyone, the first thing you talk about is the Amherst game. Everyone, they always say, let's not look too far ahead down the season, but you're always thinking about the Amherst game.
It's a tradition that goes back 111 years, and for the alumni of these great schools, carries as much weight as Michigan, Ohio State, or Harvard, Yale.
I compare it to maybe a couple of brothers or a couple of people in the family. And it doesn't mean whether you play chess or golf. Ours happens to be football, but it's family feud, I guess, is that I can come up with.
These students all pursue the best education this country can offer. But one Saturday in November, instead of hitting the books, they hit each other.
I think it's just purely animosity. I mean, everyone talks about how, after we graduate, there's like a special bond in the business world, between the Williams and Amherst players, and that may be so, but now we're both in college, it's pure hatred, I think.
That dislike was magnified in 1996. Amherst arrived at their home field undefeated. This was supposed to be the Lord Jeffs day.
I think there was a lot of pressure because we didn't want to be the team that lost the first game to Amherst.
That's right. In Dick Farley's 10 seasons as head coach of the Ephs, he had never lost to Amherst. And from the opening kickoff, the Ephs sent the Lord Jeffs a message. Though Williams was the underdog, they meant business.
Potential tackler sliding. Oh, ball is loose and picked up.
Kevin Poppy, the Amherst ball carrier, and Chris Messel recovered. A few plays later, the Ephs faced 4th and 9. That's when California native Pete Sapino found Matt Segrist from Rochester, New York.
Quick score, and Williams is on the board, 6-0. That was 4th and 9.
But Amherst didn't come in 7-0 by accident. They rebounded and took the lead 7-6. That made Williams' defense angry.
Mason is hit before he got back to the line of scrimmage and tossed
the line
down.
And linebackers made the secondary's job easy. Graham McPhail intercepted his 3rd pass of the season. It helped keep Williams in the ball game, down 10-6 at half.
Kind of the Williams experience has always been that you know that you're going to end up winning the game.
But would the sun shine down upon the Ephs as it had so many times before? In 9 previous tries, Dick Farley had never lost to the Lord Jeffs, and his seniors seemed determined to keep the streak alive. On 4th and 1, the offense kept the drive alive.
Williams with a bit of a drive underway.
That led to one of the best catches of the 1996 season. At any school, on any level.
Sapino floats one out for Cossack, has it, did he hold on, touchdown. Yes. What a great catch by Mark Cossack.
Mark Cossack, who unselfishly moved to wide receiver midway through his senior year, made the catch of a lifetime.
That play, I told Sapino to look me off, in the last second, just throw it out there, and, I'll run under it, and, just worked out, I guess.
It worked all right. The Ephs up 12-10. Then the defense stepped in. With Amherst driving, somebody forgot to block Joe Patterson.
Taken down at the 20-yard line by Joe Patterson.
But the talented Amherst unbeaten soon took a 1-point, 13-12 lead. It looked like the crowd would watch the Ephs finally lose to the Lord Jeffs. Williams took the ball over on its own 2-yard line with only about 5 minutes to play.
I got to be honest with you, I felt probably the same way he did, that we made a pretty good run at it, but, maybe it's not going to happen.
Coach Farley didn't need to think his team would win. He had already instilled such a strong will in his players. They didn't need any fancy pep talks now.
You just had the feeling.
That feeling took shape when Sapino found a leaping Segrist. The 25-yard reception gave Williams some breathing room. And when Chris Kahn gained a first on 3rd and 1, it was Amherst who was breathing hard.
Down to midfield, 1st and 10.
Once we started to get the ball moving, I mean, it just felt, especially once we crossed the 50, it just felt like that no one could stop us.
Amherst sure couldn't. Segrist brought the Ephs 1 step closer. Soon all that was left were 40 seconds, 2 yards, and a piece of history.
3rd and goal. Full house backfield. Handoff. Powering in for the touchdown for Williams as they take the lead with less than a minute to go. Mike McAdam the sophomore from San Diego, California. Unbelievable.
Mike McAdams' touchdown on 3rd and goal put Williams ahead 19-13.
Watching our offense just go down the field and just take the victory away from them, that I'll never forget.
No, there was no way. I didn't think that we were going to drive. You know, I mean, it was cool.
Soon the miracle was complete. Amherst's last-ditch attempt fell incomplete, and Williams had complete mission. The Ephs spoiled Amherst's season and finished a strong 6-2.
What an upset. Oh, in the last 10 years, this was the year that, and they had every reason to believe that Amherst would be able to turn that around.
Just one more great lesson learned at Williams, where education comes first.
You want to, you know, put yourself on the line, basically, that you might as well give it 100%. And I think that playing football and balancing the academics, it's all entwined into, and hopefully making you a better person.
And the person with whom it all starts took extra satisfaction in staying undefeated against his arch rival.
You know, if you had one ball game to win, this is the one, because they're going to see these kind of guys the rest of their lives in a lot of different ways, and I think the needle in a little bit.
For the seniors, this wasn't the perfect season that 3 other Williams teams had accomplished since 1989, but it was the perfect way to end their football careers.
Something that I'll never forget. Being able to go up to them after the game to shake their hand and say, "Good game, guys," knowing that we beat them.
The Amherst game is one I think all of us will remember forever, and it'll be the one game from college in 4 years that we'll remember.